Welcome to Visions Unlimited. Wow, this is an exciting show because this is all about costumes and expressing yourself. And you can imagine, it shouldn't be costumes just at Halloween time. Costumes all year round, expressing yourself. Be somebody you don't really know or would like to be or whatever. Anyway, to really talk about this particular topic is a woman, she's so experienced in the area of costume. Her name is Debbie Lynn of Debbie Lynn's Costumes. Debbie, welcome.
Nice to see you, Claire.
Nice to see you too, my friend. This is wonderful. You know, there's just something about sitting on two chairs with nothing around you versus costumes. Wow, what a difference.
And you can look at each piece and create a character. Mm-hmm. And that's the fun part for costuming for me.
Yes. Well, okay, let's talk about you. The past, present, and future. The past. When you were a little girl, did you ever think of having a costume shop?
Absolutely not. It wasn't until after I'd been in community theater for years. And one particular show that we were doing in Mountain View, the costumer was overwhelmed. And I told her I knew how to sew and that I'd like to help her. And that was in 1988. And that led to all sorts of madness for the last almost 32 years, actually.
Madness. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, interesting. Why do you call it madness?
Because
it's crazy.
Because it's working with people, and it's because using your imagination and working with other people's creativity. And madness isn't a bad word. Madness is a good thing.
I know. But it's excitement.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yes.
Right. Okay, so if the, wow. So, okay, well, that's the past. When you decided, you weren't really in it. But when you started moving forward in life, then somebody motivated you, and this experience that you had with the theater, it just kind of like sparked.
It did. I found out that one of the things I really enjoy is helping people express themselves, whether they're creating a character in a play or they're doing a parade and they want to be somebody really different, or if they're in a pageant and they have a talent that they want to show off, or even if they're in a trade show booth and they want to make their booth different than everybody else's booth. And that's what I love to do, is help people bring that out, whether it's something that's buried deep inside of them that they finally have the courage to express, or if it's something that they'd never thought about doing and it's going to help highlight what they do or who they are. I love that.
It's really psychological, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. So, what's the kind of costumes that you love the best, the most?
I would say probably period costuming is my favorite, so that somebody's going back in time. As an example, this is a suit that could be worn for Victorian, but we made it a little funkier with these sparkly buttons, which are absolutely not Victorian. And you could turn this outfit into steampunk, where you could add some gears, or you could decorate a top hat. You could do also Victorian, and you could take this vest off with its funky, shiny buttons, and you could wear it with this hat, complete with the bird.
Oh.
It's very important to have a bird on your hat.
Oh, yes. A bird on your hat.
A bird on your hat, that's right. So you could use
that
an
looks
outfit.
Just like a friend of mine.
So you could use that outfit for a lot of different ways, and I like to do that.
Yes. Well, okay, so, and then we have a bride. This would be kind of like a bride and groom.
Right.
Would that be cool?
Sure, that could work.
And then you brought in these masks. I have to.
Oh, these are fun.
Yes.
These are paper masks, and they tie instead of the elastic. And so I'll give you this one. And this is one way you can be somebody that people would recognize, and you're not being yourself.
Like
so
I said,
you're Alice.
You like me as a blonde.
That's right. And I'm Dame Edna.
Oh,
and they're just fun. I also know someone who wore one of these on the back of her head. So she really did have eyes in the back of her head. Oh. It was very funny. It was at a 1920s jazz party, and so we had a cloche hat and a feather on the hat, and so it looked like she was coming at you, but she really wasn't.
Okay.
So that's fun.
She was leaving you. She
That's
was going away.
And sometimes it only takes a small thing to help create that character, or to get your imagination going and decide what else you want to be. You just accessorize.
Okay, well, let's go back to you, though.
Okay.
Let's go back to how exciting when you opened your doors, the first day you opened your doors with a costume shop.
That was August 3rd, 1993.
Wow.
And it was on El Camino.
Okay.
And it was about 2,000 square feet. And I started with consignment clothes because I wasn't sure there would be enough costuming. But I took all the costumes out of my garage and put them in the store and wondered if I would ever fill it. And that didn't take too long at all, actually. Gave up the consignment clothes a few years later and have been costuming ever since.
Well, I think that there's... Now, tell me about the people that actually wear costumes. Who are they? Describe them.
Well, there are the people that are in a play. That's a big category of our customer. There are people who are doing a gag for somebody. One of our favorite customers dresses in costume every time he picks his grandkids up at the airport. Or if he flies to them, he comes off the plane in a costume.
In a costume.
And that's great fun. We work with professionals who are maybe doing balloon deliveries, or they're doing a singing telegram, maybe they're doing magic. Maybe they're a professional clown, so we work with them. Those are lots of fun. And we work with people who are just wanting to dress up because. And maybe they'll have the party, maybe they're going to a party, but they know that they're going to have more fun if they wear a costume. Absolutely have more fun if you wear a costume.
You know, every Saturday I get together with people that we get together just for coffee. I think I'm going to go down there next Saturday morning in a costume. I think that's going to be fun.
Well, you have a costume on right now. Every woman should own at least one boa.
Oh,
And
yes.
absolutely, that's a good start for a costume.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, all right. So you've had 3 locations or 2 locations?
We are about to open our 3rd location.
Exciting.
We're opening a temporary store just for Halloween on El Camino in Sunnyvale. It's in the Hacienda Shopping Center.
Okay.
And we're sitting right between Rite Aid and Safeway, right behind the fountain. So it's a great location. We're very excited. We've been working out of a storage unit for the last year because our building was sold and we had to get out last year. So this is very fun to be back. So our grand opening is Friday.
Moving everything.
Oh, it's crazy.
Oh.
It's crazy. And then we have to unload it all again. But it's great fun. The store's coming together, and hopefully you'll come Friday. We'll be there from noon to 6.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have a party.
All
and
right.
then Saturday and Sunday, and we're open for the season.
Okay, all right. Are you serving something?
Am I serving something? Probably. I love to have a party, sure.
Do you want me to bring something?
Sure, if you want to.
All right.
And you can come in your boa.
Oh, all right. Da-da, da-da. Because I like to express myself.
There you go.
Maybe I'll come with, I don't know. Well, I'll surprise you.
I'm sure.
I'll just
You'll
surprise
find something. And if you can't think of something from your own
I'm
stash,
sure I know
I'll help
somebody
you when
with
you get there.
costumes. Okay. Yeah, I think that, a person that is depressed could certainly become undepressed. Get over their depression by wearing a costume. What do you think?
I do. We used to say that you could come into our store for therapy, and guaranteed you try on a few funny hats or a mask, you will feel better. And if you're a woman, put on that boa, you will feel better immediately. And we don't charge for that therapy. It's much cheaper than going to a shrink.
I took my glasses off. so I can put this on, so I can really, okay. So now, who am I?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. Oh, let's see. Now, I'll have to think of the script. Okay. Recently, this kind of like ties in with it. I went over to the symphony, to San Jose Symphony, and it was the last performance, the last rehearsal, rather, before they went on stage. And so there was a group of us for the writers, and then we went over to their costume building, and then we went over to the scene building. They have a huge building full of costumes. They have another building full of sets, and I was thinking, oh, I wish Debbie were with me here today. She would love this.
It's like a candy store for some people. Yes.
She was, but it was amazing how they had things set out with the cutting tables and the sewing machines, and so I mean they really get into this. But yes, costumes. Okay, tell us maybe your stories.
My stories? Oh, I have hundreds of stories. Some of them are because we can't believe we had the conversation, so it's worth repeating. And others are because we never, ever dreamed that we would do that. One thing that I remember is we had a call from a bank, and right now I don't remember which one, and they were having their international sales meeting in Hawaii, and they wanted specific style hats made for the 3 or 4 teams that they were going to put people in for games on the beach in Hawaii.
Oh.
And we only had 3 weeks, and we did it. I said yes. I hung up the
Good
phone
for you.
and I said, how are we going to make this happen? And we built the
And you
hats
did it.
and shipped them to Hawaii. And I never in the world would have thought that that would happen when I first opened my business. I just thought I was going to be helping people in theater. Well, thank you.
Congratulations, lady. Oh, you know, we could talk. The time flies talking on this particular topic because it's so much fun. And I wish the whole world could hear this show because this is such a wonderful conversation. We have about 5 minutes to go.
Okay.
What do you have to say in 5 minutes that is the most important thing that you think we need to hear?
I think that everybody should understand that wearing a costume is a way to express yourself, and you can sort of hide behind the costume. If you're not sure you really want to be that person, you could try it out at a party, and if it feels good, then you could do it again. Or you could be in a play, and it helps you develop your character. So I think costumes are just as important at an event, especially if it has a theme, as the flowers and the food. But that's my opinion. But if you have a party that has a theme and you're not in a costume that matches that theme, you're missing the boat. And you're not having as much fun because it's more fun in costume.
That's true. It's all a head trip.
That's right.
A real head trip. I mean, you put a hat on and that's a head trip.
That's right, absolutely.
Oh, I'm trying to tell silly jokes. Anyway, so how fast can you put together a costume?
Seconds. Just give me some time.
Okay. Well, we put together this stage.
In just a few minutes.
What, 10 minutes?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Something
we
like
did
10
have some
minutes?
help, but 10 minutes, absolutely. And we could go around here and create a character for all kinds of people, just with what's here.
And we could, I hope we're entertaining the crew.
I
for
hope so
sure.
too.
And, you know, people watching this, I hope that they really get excited about this Halloween that's coming up, but don't stop there.
Right.
Just keep going. You know, this looks like Christmas, right?
Absolutely.
We go
So
from
we're
Halloween
right to Christmas.
Christmas.
Absolutely. Yes, costumes are for year round, and they're for fun.
Yes,
They're for fun.
and fun should be all year round.
And we all need a little bit more fun.
I think so. I absolutely think so. So another quick story. 1 minute.
Oh dear, 1 minute. Okay, the person on the phone asking whether the vest in the window would fit her husband. And we said, well, I don't know, how big is your husband? Well, he's kind of large. And I went and looked at the vest, and I came back, and I told her it was a large. And I said, can you bring your husband in? She goes, no, I'll be right in. I'm in the car in front of your store. Why not just come in?
No kidding. No kidding.
People are funny.
Well, you know, with the cell phones, people do that now.
They do.
I never thought about that.
Or they'll, if part of a couple comes in or part of a group, they'll take pictures of the ideas that they have and send them, and right away the vote comes back. Yes, no, buy those, don't get those. It's kind of fun, actually. Or they'll bring in the picture that they found of something online. Can you have this, or can you make something like it? So it actually has helped a lot.
Okay, what's the latest?
Oh, the latest? Probably the latest, most continuous is steampunk.
Steampunk.
Steampunk. And then
Okay.
Star Wars, superheroes.
How about Dancing with the Stars?
You know, a few, but a lot of people have that bling in their closet, and an excuse to do that.
Oh, okay. All right. I watched it last night, and I understand that they, instead of having two nights, only one night. So it'd be a different change.
Okay.
Okay, well, back to costumes real quick. Okay, this is a cute. Oh, you have costumes for children too.
Children's costumes, and some of them are historical. That's Christopher Columbus, so if they have to do a book report, we can help them.
What is it?
Well, that's a neon pair of socks for 1980s parties. Friends don't let friends wear neon unless you're going to an 80s party.
I love it. I love it. So, okay, so when you're old and gray, which never will happen, I'm sure. What do you want to do when you're old and gray?
I don't want to have a costume business, but I will always love dressing in costumes, so I'll keep some so I can play.
I can just see you in a wheelchair dressed up with
Absolutely.
a costume.
Or if I have to use a cane, it will be decorated. Absolutely. It'll be a part of my outfit.
Well, thanks a lot, Debbie.
Thank you,
It's been
Claire.
fun. It
It's
really
been
has
great.
been fun. So listen, get dressed up. Have fun. Express yourself. It doesn't have to be Halloween. Do it Christmas time, Easter. Anyway, just have fun with life. Costumes is one way to do it. And Visions Unlimited is a wonderful show. We'd love to interview you if you have an idea. If you would like to be interviewed, call me, Claire Mullen, Visions Unlimited, and I hope you have a wonderful life. Just express yourself and dress up. Bye for now.